No spending. Let's talk about it.
My no-buy year will be continuing into 2025. It's official. My debt will be 100% gone, including my car loan, by August of next year. I intend to strictly adhere to my no-buy rules during those 8 months. TBD on the final 4 months of the year, but I'm thinking because I want to build up my savings, I'm probably going to do it then too. Let's get into my rules. In 2024, I wasn't as adherent to my no-buy rules as I wanted to be. In 2025, we know exactly what we're doing and we're going to stick to it. So my rules are: 1, no new clothes whatsoever. I have a closet full of amazing items. I have no room for new clothing. 2025 is going to be the year that we style what we have. And that means make and do with my summer wardrobe. Number 2, no new beauty products. Self-explanatory. I have more makeup than I could ever possibly use, so I will not be buying any more next year. I am allowed to purchase new beauty products if I have used all my backups for a product. So basically restocks only, and that will be infrequent. No perfume. Are you kidding me? I don't need any more perfume. No jewelry. No new technology either. That means I'm going to sit out the iPhone 17. No takeout except once a month. This rule I wasn't as strict with, and I'm going to be really, really rigid in 2025. No home decor. That's okay. I don't need it anyway. My house is fabulous. Tiny, but fabulous. No books. I have enough to read as it is. And no canceling my Pilates classes. Those $10 cancellation fees really added up this year. Stay tuned for part 2 where I go through my yes column.
No buy years. This is a trend that's been getting very popular over the past few months on TikTok. And well, we're here to talk about it. Basically, a no-buy year is when you choose certain categories in your everyday spending that you're going to not spend any money on for the entire year. Now, this is no new concept, right? This has been around for years. I actually did this. I called it a financial fast way back in the day. And that was whenever I would go an entire month of spending basically $0 unless it was a necessity. And even back then, like it is today, it's in the financial world, you get a lot of different viewpoints from each side. You have people who love and actually participate in no spend days or no spend years. And then you have the other side where they think no spend or no buy years or no buy months or no buy days are a horrible concept, which, to be honest with, I never really understood why. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, if you've got your finances in order, you know, mostly of your debt's paid off, and you're sitting all right, then yeah, you probably don't have to do a no-buy year. But if you're looking to jumpstart your finances, you're massively in debt, you have no tracker, no control of how your spending's going on throughout the year, then a no-buy may be a great option for you. Ultimately, what this comes down to, though, is that people have a common goal. They're spending less in order to better their finances, which, as you all know, I'm all for it.
Sometimes the best way to save money is just to sit the down. Sit your ass down. See, that's some of our problems. Everybody got ADHD. Gotta be over here and you gotta be over there, spending money all the time. And look, if you got it like that, I ain't talking about you. Go ahead, big money. But the rest of us and all the shit you see on Instagram, TikTok, people living lavish and doing all kind of crazy stuff, be on credit cards and personal loans, not getting paid off for months. I know a girl right now, 3 kids, no baby daddy, she got a new car, and somehow she in Rome for the week on a warehouse salary. Now look, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just a little concerned. Hey, I'm just saying, if you going on vacation and you ain't paid your car note, don't be mad when you ain't got a car when you come back. Just imagine going to Disney World, the happiest place on earth, and financing a pair of Mickey ears for 25% interest. Are you really happy? And I used to be wondering how everybody able to go everywhere, do everything all the time. Everybody. And now I got my answer. Credit cards. Personal loans. Go look up the credit card debt statistic. It might scare you. Save your money. 'Cause when you're broke, it ain't funny.
Legend. The comments. I be laying in bed, still spending money. So that don't work either. Hey, my guy is on to something there, and he's 100% correct. Guys, I say this all the time. You cannot get caught up on social media looking into other people's lives because, as we all know, social media is a highlight reel. No one's going to post the bad shit going on in their life. When they're on vacation, when they're doing cool things, they bought a new car, even though they didn't technically own it, they financed it. Like, you just got to sit back, relax, be proud for them, but you got to work on you, right? Work on getting your finances better so that later on down the road, you're not financing the Mickey Mouse ears, right? That's, first of all, that is insane to me to think about. People financing trips to go to like Disney and stuff. I don't get it. I'll never get it, and I'll never understand it. I won't. Any trip. Like, save up for it, pay for it. Do not finance it and don't pay 25% interest to go on a freaking trip. Hell no. Like the man said himself, sit your ass down.
If you're doing a no-buy or low-buy in 2025, this video is for you. Since posting about my journey healing my spending habits, I've talked to so many people who have tried and failed to do a no-buy. The most common mistake that I hear is that they treated it as a punishment for overspending. If you use a no-buy as a way to just suppress your spending habit, layering on all these restrictions to manage your shopaholic ways, you're not going to see lasting results. Long-term change comes from focusing on the person underneath those layers of restrictions, because once your no-buy ends and those are lifted, you don't have them to rely on anymore. You have to focus on mindset and viewing your no-buy as a transformative experience instead of a temporary restriction to suppress your spending. A personal growth bootcamp, if you will. Not only is this way more empowering, it will keep you open to the lessons and mental shifts that will inevitably come to you throughout the process. So if there is one thing you take from this video, do not start a low buy or a no buy as a restrictive punishment for your spending habits. Instead, go into it with the explicit intention of coming out the other side a better you.
I absolutely love what she said there, because that is so true, guys. I think a lot of people go into, creating a budget, maybe doing a no-buy year, whatever it is that you're doing, is they look at it as like it's a punishment. It's a punishment for my past choices I make with my spending habits. And the same thing applies to fitness, right? When you go on a diet, you're punishing yourself and you can't enjoy the nice foods and drinks and everything you want. But if you do them the correct way, you manage them correctly, you can still enjoy nice, fun foods while restricting the overeating, the over-consuming of food and drinks and whatever it is. The same thing applies to finances, guys. It's a mindset shift that has to happen. For me, what my mindset shift was to make me be better at spending and managing my money correctly was my outcome, right? Like back to fitness, the outcome is to look better, right? Trust me, I need help as well on my fitness, but I want to look better whenever I'm walking in the bedroom, strutting my stuff for the lady, you know what I mean? For my wife. Any man should want that. And I'm working on it, don't get me wrong, but to go back to the spending go back to the spending stuff. When it comes to the spending habits, you have to have your goal, your outcome. What is it? For me, true financial freedom, right? I want true financial freedom. I want no debt. I want to be making money through passive income as well as, whatever type of investments I have going on. And I want to be able to do what I want to do in life. If I want to wake up and lay on the couch all day, cool, I'm doing it. If I want to take the family on a random trip to Hawaii and we wake up and say, screw it, we're leaving tomorrow, I want to be able to do that. That's my goal. But it doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to win the lottery. No one's coming to change you and fix your ways. It's completely 100% up to you to make the choices and to make the sacrifice in order to get ahead financially. So when you have the mindset shift and you don't look at it as you're restricting yourself and I'm punishing myself for my past spending habits, and then you turn around and look at it as, this is what I'm doing this for. I'm making these choices. I'm deciding to do a no-buy year. I'm deciding to manage my finances better because of this, whatever that is. Trust me, guys, when you have the mindset shift like she mentioned, that's when you can really start making some moves financially.
Can we talk about No Buy 25 really quick? Because my heart cannot be happier that this is a trend that everyone is aspiring to in 2025. Last night, I saw a couple of things come through on my feed. Of course, I watched them and now my algorithm is just flooding my feed with them and it is amazing. But first, I'm realizing that maybe you don't know what No Buy 25 is, so let's talk about it. So No Buy 25 is promoting healthy financial responsibility. And what that means to me might mean something different to you. But for an example for everyone here, it could mean not buying new makeup and using through the makeup that you have. Perhaps you're not buying new skincare. Perhaps you're not buying new clothes. Perhaps you're not indulging on Amazon on a weekly basis. Perhaps you're going to be eating out only once or twice a month as opposed to 3 or 4 times a week and you're just going to cook all your meals at home. Again, it's all about financial responsibility so that you have the opportunity to invest your money, to save your money, to pay off your debts. Whatever you need to do, you can accomplish it. So you better believe there's going to be a lot of content coming from me on this, because as somebody who has a significant amount of student debt, I am always looking for different ways to save money, invest my money, and of course look to pay off my student loans much faster. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to accomplish. So drop them over here in the comments. And again, if you see any of these coming through your feed, I definitely think they're worth your time for a review. Enjoy.
I think something powerful that a lot of people don't do is when you go back and let's say right now you go back to your previous month, right? You're not managing your finances or you're not looking at them too often, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Like you don't want to open the bank account up because you don't want to see all what you've spent. You're scared to see how much you have left in the bank account, so you just choose not to even look at it, right? You don't want to be there, guys. So my challenge to you guys right now, if you're watching this video and you've made it to this point, is if you haven't done this in a while, highly, highly recommend go back to the previous month. Whatever time you're watching this video, go back 1 month, and I want you to write all the categories of your spending. Groceries, going out to eat, fun money, entertainment, gas, utility bills, rent, mortgage, whatever it is. Write all of your spending categories, and then I want you to add them up. So go through your bank statement, go through your credit card statement, whatever you use to purchase items, and start putting the totals down on paper or an Excel sheet. Put it in a budgeting app, whatever you want to do. I have a budget template down below in the description if you guys want to purchase that. It's $10 through Etsy. But go through and add up all those categories, and then I want you to look at that number. Look at the total number for each category. Look at how much you're spending on groceries. Look at how much you're spending on fun money. Look at how much you're spending on going out to eat. You'll see that total and you'll be like, holy shit toe. We are really spending that much. See, guys, this is something that I like to do with my buyers. So I'm a mortgage broker, for those of you that don't know. And when I talk to my buyers, and maybe they're not quite ready to purchase a home yet, one thing I tell them to do is this exact challenge. I say, I want you guys to go back, look at your bank statements. I want you guys to organize everything you spend money on and put it in a different category, add them up, and look at the total of how much you're spending in each one of those categories. And every single time I talk to them, after they've done that, they said, JJ, this was such a powerful challenge that you put us through, because it really opens up your eyes at what you are really spending on a monthly basis. When you see the total number added up for each category, you're like, there's no way. There's no way we spent that much money. Oh yes, there is a way. Trust me.
I see a lot of people participating in No Buy 2025, and I will not be participating, and here's why. For many, many years, my husband and I lived in a very small house, 2 bedrooms, no attic, no basement, literally 1,000 square feet. We had 3 children in 1 bedroom. We had to minimalize everything we had because we just did not have the space. A lot of times where we didn't have the money to buy things and to have the things that we either needed and or wanted. Growing up, I had a single mom. She didn't have a lot of money, which means we didn't have a lot of things. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Hear me when I say that, okay? But I'm in a place now in my life where I can afford those things, and I'm learning to live abundantly. Word for 2025 is abundant. Abundant finances, abundant joy, abundant wealth, abundant happiness. It's okay if you don't do what everyone else is doing. Happy 2025.
Unless you're broke. No, I totally get what she's saying. I 100% get it. But I think the point I want to make to that to kind of follow up is like, listen, yes, I am 100% agree with everything that woman's saying. Absolutely. Abundant life, abundant finances, all of that. But if you're choosing to not do the no buy, which I'm not saying anyone has to do a no buy. I think you don't have to do that at all. I think it's just a little ramp up. If you're starting from scratch or you're in a big hole, like that's probably the single-handedly best way that you can get started to jumpstart your finances. But if you can afford your stuff you're spending on and you can live abundantly, like she's saying, without putting it on a credit card and paying interest on that, and without having those car payments and the student loan payments and all this other payments going on, like then it's like, yeah, that's totally fine. Like if you're doing great financially, do you. You don't, like I'm not doing a no spend this year. I'm not. But it's because I've done many years of sacrificing to get to where I'm at right now financially. But the point I'm making with this is that I don't think you have to pick a side, right? Yes, you can, like, I feel like the internet's always like, I'm either X or I'm Z. Like, there's no in between. There's no Y. And I don't necessarily think it has to be like that. Like, I love people who are doing these no buy years or no buy months or whatever. I call them no spend days, but no spend months, but whatever. I absolutely love it. I think it is a wonderful way to get started, especially I think it's a great way to, like I said, jumpstart those finances and to be able to get a hold of what's going on in your life financially that has put you in the spot that you're in currently. And maybe a year's too long. Like, I personally think a year is probably a little bit overboard. Like, let's start with a month, right? Like, let's start with a month. Like, right now in April, did it last April. I'm doing it this April, and I'm doing a no drinking month, right? I'm doing a dry April. Yeah, my birthday, it was March 31st. Last year I started doing this. Every day after my birthday, or every month after my birthday, which would be April, I do a no drinking month. Like, I just take 30 days off from drinking alcohol because, don't get me wrong, like I like to drink a cocktail every now and then. I enjoy it. I do. But sometimes it's like, hey, I need a little refresher. I need to take a break, and that's what my Aprils are for. But anyways, to get back to the finance side of things, I think that's the same exact thing applies. Like, maybe you don't want to do a whole year. Like, maybe just a month of no spend to kind of get you back in order. And then after that month's up, like, you're back to like, okay, let's just take it easy this month. That's what I mean. That also goes back to that mindset shift that girl was talking about earlier. Like, maybe you don't have to do a whole year, right? Do a month. Do a month of no spending on, the items you don't really need, and see what happens. See if it jumpstarts those finances, and then the next month you maybe budget. Like, you can still spend, have some fun, but budget accordingly for that. I'm telling you guys, it does wonders. It really does.
I'm doing a note by 2025. It's been 1 week, and these are my results. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm 27. I have about $16,000 worth of credit card debt that I'm paying off. One of the ways that I'm going to be paying that off is by doing a no buy year. I have a bunch of rules. This is what I normally would go spend and do in a week, especially right after Christmas. Okay, I did not go to Target and do a clearance run after Christmas like I normally would. Probably would have spent about $75. I did not get coffee at all. Normally, I'd say I get coffee maybe 5 times a week. That's $8 a piece. That would have been like $40. I did not go buy a bunch of storage totes on sale at Target like I normally do. I would be like, I have so much stuff from Christmas and I need to buy more storage. Nope, didn't do that. That saved me probably $50. I did not go on a shopping spree for clothes after Christmas like I normally do. I normally buy like all of the like Lululemon sale or the like workout clothes sale. That saved me about $200. I did not do an impulse run to Ulta and buy their stuff that's on sale. That saved me probably about $75. I did not do any TJ Maxx or Marshalls runs. That saves me probably about $175. I did not overspend at the grocery store. I spent literally $21 at the grocery store yesterday because I'm shopping my pantry first. That saved me about $100. So by not doing a no buy 2025, my first week, I have saved $705. And if you're like, what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to put it directly into savings? No, because my spending was a mix between my debit card and credit card. So it's hard for me to be like, I would have put this on my debit card or whatever. So $705. Add yours up. Do it for a week. See what you would have spent and maybe make some changes in your lifestyle.
She nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Like, do a week. Like, I was just talking about a month. She said it even better. Do a week, compare it to what your previous week is, and then what I want you to do is I want you, if you're comfortable doing this, this is a great challenge for anyone who's made it to this point in the video. Do as she did. So this video is coming out Thursday. Whenever you watch it, from this day, or I guess from tomorrow starting, for the next week, the next full 7 days, no spend week, right? Compare your expenses from the previous week to this week on like not necessity items, and we're talking going out to eat, like money you didn't have to spend, right? Like, I don't want you to include the stuff you have, like your bills and what, like anything extra in your spending. That's what I don't want you to spend money on. So if you want to do this challenge, do the 7 days and then come back to this video and comment on this video and let me know the difference between the two in spending. Let me know the previous week when you weren't doing the no spend week, and then let me know what you spent during the no spend week. I'm very curious what those numbers are going to look like.